Buddy Holly, born Charles Hardin. Holly, on September 7, 1936, in Leach, Texas, came from a humble and close-knit family. Raised in a Southern Baptist household, Buddy was immersed in a world where music and faith were integral to daily life. His parents, Lawrence and Ella Holly, instilled in him a strong sense of discipline and community. As the youngest of 4 siblings, Buddy quickly displayed an innate curiosity and passion for music. Gospel, country, and Western swing dominated the soundscape of his early years. These influences helped shape Buddy's future sound, which would later break away from traditional country music and become a pioneering force in rock and roll. Buddy's musical journey began in earnest during his school years at Hutchinson Junior High in the early 1950s, where he learned to play multiple instruments, including the violin, piano, and guitar. His musical talent quickly caught the attention of peers, and in 1952, he formed a musical duo with his friend Bob Montgomery. Together, they performed at local talent shows and school events, gaining a small but dedicated following. Their harmonious vocals and musical chemistry drew attention, and soon they were invited to perform regularly at local venues. These early experiences helped Buddy hone his musical style, which was deeply rooted in the sounds of Western swing and bluegrass, but would soon evolve into something far more groundbreaking: the birth of the Buddy Holly sound. In 1955, Buddy's musical influences expanded after witnessing Elvis Presley's live performance in Lubbock, Texas. Presley's energetic fusion of rhythm and blues with country music had a profound impact on Buddy, prompting him to experiment with rock and roll's raw energy and rebellious spirit. This marked the beginning of Buddy's departure from country music and the development of his signature sound. By 1957, Buddy had assembled a new band, the Crickets, and began recording with them, marking a shift toward a more electric and innovative style. The group's lineup included Jerry Allison on drums, Joby Malden on bass, and Nikki Sullivan on rhythm guitar, with Buddy serving as lead guitarist and vocalist. The Crickets' first major hit, That'll Be the Day, was released in 1957 and became a chart-topping success. The song's catchy melodies, Buddy's distinct vocal delivery, and sharp guitar riffs all contributed to its impact. It remains one of the most influential rock and roll songs of all time. The success of That'll Be the Day catapulted Buddy Holly and the Crickets into the national spotlight. With the release of their debut album, The Chirping Crickets, in late 1957, Buddy's innovative approach to rock and roll began to take shape, blending traditional elements with fresh, youthful energy. He had successfully fused country, rock, and rhythm and blues to create a sound that was entirely his own. Buddy Holly's influence on rock and roll. Buddy Holly's career continued to soar throughout 1958, with a string of hit singles including Oh Boy, Maybe Baby, and Rave On. His unique musical style, combined with his geek chic image, complete with his signature horn-rimmed glasses, resonated with both teenagers and adults alike. Holly's clean-cut yet slightly awkward persona set him apart from other rock and roll stars of the era, making him relatable to a wider audience. His ability to mix catchy rhythms with thoughtful lyrics was revolutionary and helped to establish rock and roll as a genre that could be both commercial and artistically significant. In 1958, Holly made a bold decision to leave the Crickets temporarily and focus on his solo career. This move allowed him to explore new musical avenues and artistic expression. His first self-titled solo album, released in 1958, included the now iconic single Peggy Sue, which became an instant hit. As Buddy's career progressed, he began experimenting with more complex arrangements and refining his sound, which only further solidified his status as one of the most innovative musicians of his time. Despite his success, the pressures of fame and the demands of his touring schedule began to strain his personal relationships and put a toll on his mental health. The personal struggles behind the fame Buddy. Holly's marriage to Maria Elena Santiago in 1958 marked a whirlwind romance. The couple's brief but passionate relationship was complicated by Buddy's rising fame and the stresses of his grueling touring schedule. Despite their love for each other, their marriage faced significant challenges. The emotional distance between them grew, and whispers of tension started to circulate. Just months after their marriage, Maria Elena suffered a miscarriage, adding to the emotional weight of their strained relationship. Tragically, Buddy's sudden death in 1959 left Maria Elena devastated. She lost not only her husband, but also the future they had hoped to build together. While Buddy's relationship with Maria Elena was one of love, it was also fraught with difficulties. In the months leading up to his death, there were rumors of divorce and emotional distance between the two. These complexities were further magnified by Buddy's relationships with other women, including Peggy Sue Guerin, who had inspired his hit song, Peggy Sue. Though Buddy's friendship with Peggy Sue was emotionally charged, it was also complicated by her marriage to Buddy's bandmate Jerry Allison. In the years following Buddy's death, Peggy Sue would eventually divorce Jerry, but her complicated relationship with Buddy would remain a point of intrigue for music historians and fans alike. The tragic end and the mystery behind the plane crash. On February 3, 1959, Buddy Holly's life was tragically cut short when he died in a plane crash near Clear Lake, Iowa. The accident, which also claimed the lives of fellow musicians Richie Valens and J.P. "The Big Bopper" Richardson, is remembered as "the day the music died," a phrase immortalized in Don McLean's American Pie. Official reports attributed the crash to poor weather conditions and pilot error, with 21-year-old Roger Peterson at the controls of the small Beechcraft Bonanza. However, as time passed, questions began to emerge about the true cause of the crash. Eyewitness accounts suggested that something unusual had occurred during the flight, with some reporting strange sounds and flashes of light before the plane went down. These accounts, coupled with the discovery of a loaded revolver registered to Buddy's bandmate Waylon Jennings, who had given up his seat on the flight, fueled speculation that there may have been more to the crash than just bad weather and pilot error. Though the presence of the revolver was not officially recorded in the investigation, it raised the possibility of a confrontation on board the plane. A mystery that deepens over time. In recent years, new evidence and revelations have prompted a re-examination of the crash. The official narrative, that the crash was caused by pilot error, has been challenged by aviation experts and private investigators, who have uncovered inconsistencies in the original report. Eyewitness testimony and the discovery of unreported evidence have suggested that there may have been mechanical issues with the plane, or even a struggle among the passengers. It has also been suggested that Buddy's growing dissatisfaction with his management and the pressures of his touring schedule may have created tension among the passengers, possibly leading to a tragic confrontation. The mystery of Buddy Holly's death continues to haunt music fans and investigators alike. Despite the lack of definitive proof, the emerging theories surrounding the crash suggest that there may have been more to the story than originally believed. For years, survivors of the Winter Dance Party tour, including Waylon Jennings and Tommy Allsup, hinted at unresolved issues surrounding the crash, but they rarely spoke openly about the events of that fateful night. Even Maria Elena Santiago, Buddy's widow, expressed dissatisfaction with the official investigation, believing that critical pieces of evidence had been withheld from the public. The legacy of Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly's death at the young age of 22 left a hole in the music world that has never been filled. Despite his short career, Buddy's influence on rock and roll is immeasurable. He was one of the first musicians to write, produce, and perform his own songs, setting a precedent for future generations of artists. His innovative sound and unique approach to music influenced a wide range of musicians, including the Beatles, Bob Dylan, and the Rolling Stones. Buddy's legacy continues to inspire artists to this day, and his music remains a staple of rock and roll history. The tragic circumstances surrounding Buddy's death only serve to deepen the mystery of his life. While his music has endured for generations, the unanswered questions about his final moments leave a lingering sense of loss and longing. Buddy Holly was not just a rock and roll star. He was a visionary, a musical pioneer who was poised to change the world. Had his life not been cut short, there is no telling how much further his influence could have reached. The mystery of his death, like his music, will continue to captivate fans and historians alike for years to come.